Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 virtual learning. So this week's work for vocabulary, we're going to be back to our slides. I thought this would just be easier to do since we're not at school. So we're not going to do the Walk to Moons packet for vocab. We're going to get back to our slides. So we're on 6.11. So we're going to go through the first 12 words just like we normally would do in class. So I'll go through the definitions. You will write your sentences. And then when I'm done the 12 words, you can get going on the rest of the slides. So as I'm going through each word, what I think would work best is for you to pause the video after I'm done talking about this word. So for consist, after I'm done going over the definition and the synonyms and the sentence, then you can go ahead and pause the video, go back and work on your own sentence. Just as a reminder, what we do on these slides is we fill in the yellow blanks. So up at the top, we're filling in the vocab word. Down here, you are using the vocab word in your own sentence with 4 words or more. Remember, I don't accept sentences that are 3 words or less. All right, so the first word is consist. Consist is a verb. When I'm saying something consists of something, it means it's made up of certain kind of stuff. So pizza consists of different ingredients, okay? It's made up of all of these different ingredients. So pizza consists of tomatoes, mushrooms, cheese, pepperoni. All of our own pizzas consist of different things because mine would probably consist of something different than what you would prefer. So synonym would be to contain or include. My favorite genre of music consists of oldies and country music. Our example sentence, we have many salad dressings consist of oil, vinegar, and spices. So when we're talking about the word consist, we're talking about what something's made up of. All right, so you can pause this video and go ahead and work on this word, fill in the blank, and write your own sentence. Number 2, despise. Despise is a verb. When you despise something, you don't like it. You hate it. You look down on it intensely. So you feel strongly against whatever you despise. In the picture here, this cat despises dogs, so he hates dogs. I despise spiders. Okay, so if you're thinking of synonyms for the word despise, you might think of hate, scorn, detest. All right, so go ahead and pause this video and work on despise. 3, haven. A haven, this is a place, so it's a noun. When we're talking about a haven, it's a safe place. So it's a place that you feel comfortable at. It's a refuge, it's a retreat, a shelter, a sanctuary. The captain sought a haven from the storm. So he was looking for a place that was safe for him during the storm. You might think of your house as a haven. You might think of your friend's house as a haven. Maybe you go somewhere on vacation and that feels like a haven. Okay, so it's the safe place. Number 4, obstacle. Obstacle is a noun. An obstacle is something that gets in the way. So if we are looking at this picture, okay, there's an obstacle on the road. Okay, this thing is in the way, the barrier. So synonym for obstacle, we have a hurdle, barrier, snag, or hindrance. There was an obstacle in the road that stopped the boy to go to work. 5, postpone. So postpone is a verb. So when we postpone, we put it off until later. You delay it, you suspend it. Okay, so it's not happening right now. You reschedule. Coach decided to postpone practice. Maybe there was a storm and it was too rainy to play soccer that day, so he postponed it to the next day. So you want to think of an event that was supposed to happen, but it was postponed, it was delayed because something else happened that caused it not to be able to occur. 6 is straggle. Straggle's a verb. When you straggle, you stray off or trail behind. You spread out in a scattered fashion. So the man in the picture, he straggled off from his group. Okay, he fell behind. People who straggle from the group might get lost. Maybe your little sister straggles behind your mom in the grocery store. All right, so you go ahead and work on that one. Number 7, blemish. This is a noun. A blemish is a mark or stain that damages the appearance of something, or it's a weakness or flaw. So it's not always a physical thing. It could also be like your personality could have a blemish. Maybe you were really moody. So if we look at this picture, there's a big blemish on this couch, unfortunately. So it's a stain or mark of damage, definitely damaged the appearance of this couch. So we have a scar, a spot, smudge, defect. The carpenter noticed a blemish in the finish of the cabinet. There was a blemish on my shirt, and I had to change my outfit before my meeting. Okay, so go ahead and work on that one. Okay, number 8, blunt. For this one, we're talking about the adjective and the verb. So if we're describing something as blunt, like a tool, it means there's a dull point or edge. So it's kind of flattened. It's not sharp. It's not going to cut you. It's a blunt edge, which means it can't really harm you. It can also mean, if you're describing a person as blunt, they're very honest and straightforward, even if it hurts your feelings. So if you've ever watched The Big Bang Theory, you know Sheldon here, his personality is very blunt. It means that he is always saying things, he speaks his mind, he's honest, but a lot of people are, they get upset by it. So it says, if you don't mind, I'd like to stop listening to you. Okay, so that's what he was speaking the truth, but it was rude. So he's kind of blunt. He just speaks what's on his mind. He doesn't really care if it hurts someone's feeling or not. As a verb, you can blunt a tool. It means you just make it less sharp. All right, so my uncle gave me some blunt advice. So that's the one we're describing where it's honest but insensitive. Okay, he told me something that was the truth and maybe I didn't like it. Misuse will blunt a knife blade. So that means to make it less sharp. All right, so you can use either meaning for this word. Go ahead and work on your sentence and fill in the blanks. Number 9, conclude. Conclude is a verb. So if you conclude something, you're finishing it. You're bringing it to an end. You're wrapping it up. You're deciding after careful thought. So you can look at this picture, they're concluding their conversation. Well, it was great chatting with you, okay, and they're shaking hands. So their conversation's about to conclude. So synonyms, we have to close, complete, stop. So our sentence, by 10 o'clock p.m., the leader decided it was time to conclude the meeting. Number 10, fatigue. Fatigue is a noun or a verb. As a noun, if you have fatigue as feeling, it means you are exhausted from work or a lack of sleep. So this guy is feeling fatigue. If you fatigue and use it as a verb, you make it very tired. So if we look at the sentences, by the end of the day, I was overcome with fatigue. Okay, that's used as a noun. And as our verb, the riders were warned not to fatigue the horses. All right, so work on that one. 2 more to go. 11, hospitality. Hospitality is a noun. This is kind of a quality that you have. Hospitality means you have a friendly welcome and treatment of guests. So, this man is showing hospitality. Okay, people look comfortable. They have, drinks. They have food. So he is, giving hospitality. The innkeepers were famous for their hospitality. All right, so we're thinking friendliness, generosity, warmth. Number 12, nomad. A nomad is a noun, so we're talking about a person here. A nomad is a person who's a member of a people who move from place to place, a person who roams aimlessly. So a nomad doesn't really stay in one place for a long time. They're kind of drifting off, roaming around, maybe traveling the world. So the picture of this guy here, he's a nomad. So the adventurer lives the life of a nomad, a wanderer, a roamer. All right, so just as a reminder, what you guys do in the next slides is you're filling in the blank with the word or the letter, and you're going to use your study guide to work through these. You do not have to finish this today because I know you guys also had chapters to read. So if you want to just get your 12 definitions done today and be done, that's great. And then tomorrow you can start working through the rest of them. Just please take your time. These will be graded. If you're stuck on anything, just let me know. Make sure you're using your study guide. That's in the document that I attached to the stream. And let's think. Your vocab quiz is going to be next week on these words. So when you do finish the slides and turn them in, you can start studying. All right. Good luck.